The Gates Police Department is here to announce that we did arrest somebody in relation to the January 15th motor vehicle accident on Elmgrove Road, where we had a pedestrian struck by a car who later succumbed to her injuries in the Strong Memorial Hospital. Today we arrested Joshua Reese. He's a 19-year-old from the town of Greece. He's been charged with leaving the scene of a motor vehicle accident resulting in someone's death. That's in violation of Section 602A of the New York State Vehicle and Traffic Law, and it's a Class D felony. Joshua was arraigned here in the Gatestown Court today. He was released to pretrial services pending his next court appearance and will be monitored by pretrial services going forward to make sure that he does appear in court. On the evening of Sunday, January 15th, 2023, at approximately 11:20 p.m., Ms. Brenda Wells, 55 years old, from Hilton, New York, was crossing Elmgrove Road in the area of the YMCA, local to the town of Gates residents. Brenda was struck by a vehicle which took off from the scene. We shared that vehicle with multiple news outlets as well as Facebook and received some hits and information regarding that in part of our investigation, which led us up to a residence in Greece where we recovered the vehicle on Monday night, January 16th. From there, we conducted a thorough investigation, reaching out to different leads, different resources that we had, which led us to Mr. Reese turning himself in today at approximately 12:30 with his attorney. He voluntarily came in, and we didn't have to go searching for him. And he turned himself in and was processed today. So, with that, I will answer any questions if you guys have any at this current moment.
The spelling of the last name, sir. Reese, how do you spell that?
It's R-E-I-S.
Thank you.
You found the car a few weeks ago or last week. Between finding that car and him turning himself in today, have you had contact with him at all?
We did not have any contact with him. We spoke directly to his legal counsel.
Yeah. Could you just give a super brief overview of everything you just said? They just took to you in the show.
I'm sorry?
They just took to you in the show. Could you just do a real brief overview of everything you just said? Basically, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no problem. To start from the beginning, or? Okay, so today we arrested Joshua Reese, 19 years old, from the town of Greece, in connection with leaving the scene of a motor vehicle accident resulting in death. This stems from an incident that occurred on January 15th, 2023 in the town of Gates at approximately 11:20 p.m. Brenda Wells, 55 years old, from Hilton, New York, was crossing the roadway and was struck by a car. The vehicle fled from the scene. We were able to put out a description of the vehicle. Through our investigation, it led us to Mr. Reese, who turned himself in today with his legal counsel to the town of Gates. He was arraigned on the charge of leaving the scene, which is a Class D felony, and he was released to pretrial services, which will monitor him and make sure that he comes back to court here in Gates in a later date or any of his other court appearances.
Were the owner of the cars, or were his parents, or how did this work out? Do we know anything about that? Because you said the owners are being cooperative to a point, but you're waiting for a suspect, and it sounded like there were a lot of people in the car. Can you give more details on that?
Yes, so the vehicle was registered to a family member of our suspect. So that was how we were able to tie some of these loose ends together. We do know that there were some passengers in the vehicle, which we're still working with on that to find out some information. And, part of this is just we want to reiterate to teach our kids, sometimes you get involved in a motor vehicle accident, even the minor ones where you bang into a car at a Wegmans parking lot, to stay on scene and let the police investigate. In a situation like this, we can come there and conduct a thorough investigation and make sure that everything is taken care of properly. And sometimes we can avoid incidents like this, where it gets to this level. And then just, as parents, when we teach our kids to drive, just the importance of, the fact that you do have to report anything that you do hit or any accidents or anything that you're involved in.
Any drugs or alcohol involved?
At this time, I don't have any knowledge that any drugs or alcohol were involved in this case.
What was his state like when he turned himself in today?
I wasn't here when he did turn himself in, but I don't have any knowledge of anything upsetting or anything at this time.
Did he share any reason why it took more than a week to come forward?
He's represented by legal counsel, so we did not have a chance to question him or anything, so that was not provided to us.
Are there any charges that the passengers could face that were in the car with him?
From our investigation, there's not going to be any charges for the passengers in this vehicle.
Was he cooperative when he came forward today? Or?
Yeah, when he went through the processing without any issues and was here with his attorney and family, so to that part he was cooperative with us and didn't cause any issues while he was here.
Has Brenda's family shared any reactions? Did you speak with them at all after making the arrest?
Yeah, so the Lieutenant Sapienza from the Gates Police and myself, we drove up to meet with the husband. Unfortunately, he wasn't home. He's recovering from some medical issues close by, and spoke to him in regards to the fact that we did find out who caused this accident, who was involved, and that we had somebody in custody. You know, he's still grieving, obviously, from the loss of his wife, and he was very, very happy for the services that he received and his wife received from the Gates Emergency Services, to include Gates Ambulance and Gates Fire, who were able to keep Brenda alive and transported to the hospital. He shared with me that family came in from out of town before her passing, and they were able to have those last few moments with her before she did pass away. And he couldn't thank the EMS workers and the staff at Strong for the excellent job that they did trying to save her life and keeping her around.
What is the message you want to say to viewers coming forward about stuff like this, especially with accidents going up like in the winter?
Yeah, I mean, my message is going to be clear here. You know, if you see something, say something. And this doesn't just go for this incident right here. We're in a community that's plagued by gun violence, by stabbings, and there's people that know a lot that just don't share that with the police. And some of this information, if you can come out, and there's ways to remain anonymous, there's ways to help us out. We can't be everywhere at every time. Just help out. This is your fellow man or woman that are getting killed here on our streets. And we try to do the best to put closure to these families, to apprehend those that are doing the bad things in our community. And, you know, I can speak for the Gates Police Department, but I think I have the sentiments of all the police departments around here, that we want to do the right thing and bring the right people to justice, and also give the victims and our victim families closure in a lot of these cases. So just, if you see something, say something. We've been preaching this for years, and, you know, we hope to continue to do that and get some cooperation from our community members.
Do you think the suspect knew he hit Brenda? Did he give any information that maybe he didn't know he hit someone?
That I don't know. That information, again, because of a representation from legal counsel, we can't tell you what he was thinking, if he did or did not.